Why people want to blame us, Ralston, when we put these things on the table?
Because they are in denial, and the longer they stay in denial, is the more the country is going to deteriorate, and is the more we are going to see all these conditions that they wring their hands about, not knowing that these are the factors that are driving them. They are in denial.
You've been saying it, and a lot of people question when you talk, but they question without the numbers. What do you say to those people?
Well, I'll tell them that they must get the numbers because you can't analyze anything rationally or properly without the numbers. They're dealing with emotions and party affiliations. We're dealing with data and Jamaica. That's the big difference.
Bless up my people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. It's your girl Anissa Bell Rose. And in this one, my people, the groups are coming out to agree with what Ralston Hyman has been saying, my people. I want to stay tuned for this. Please do listen to the entire video. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Notification shout out goes to Chelsea Clinton. Big up yourself, Chelsea. Thanks for the continued support from each and every one. So, my people, we heard a few days ago and even before, Ralston Hyman was basically letting us know he's a very good economist, financial analyst, you name it. He has been letting us know, my people, from before that the country would have gone into recession with 2 consecutive decline, no growth, no productivity whatsoever in the economy. Contrary to that, we heard the Prime Minister saying that the economy is good and the economy can yam. And I'm going to hear back what Ralston said even a few days ago on the Colin Bell's show, Portland Spice TV.
Everything dear town. We go to one price something this guy. We can buy the mutton off $1,000 a pound. Half still about $1,500 a pound. One bread now, $600 for one bread. 1 pound of chicken back at home, I get $2.50 for a pound of chicken back. 1 pound of chicken hours, so my favorite $4.50 for $500. All poor people can survive.
Ralston, you as a man looking at the figures, looking at the datas, you told us a number of things would happen and they have happened. Now we see the economy in a recession. We see we have bad roads. Do they have the money to do the Sparks program? They said the first phase is 20 billion.
Well, they have the first amount. They have the first 20 billion. They don't know where the next 20 billion will come from.
So they have the first.
Remember, I said the first 20 billion will come out of the receivables for themselves from Norman Man International Airport.
Right.
They don't know where the other 20 billion will come from.
So we expect to see some roads fixed and all of
Yeah,
that.
man. Yeah, man.
And it is said that each constituency for the whole Spark will be allocated $150 million. Right? But my people, there's a breakdown and there's a catch to it with them now. Tell we. So of that $150 million that each constituency will get, the contractor takes 20%. Now, hear good? After the contractor takes 20%, the subcontractor takes another 20% for their profit. Right? NWA, where them say I go pick out the roads them, take 8% of the 150 for their fees. Right? That leaves each constituency with 84 million to fix the road. And if 1 kilometer a road to be fixed costs $35 million, how much roads can really get done with $84 million per constituency?
Yeah, man.
Do we see any problem with our debt payment, our payment of salary to run the country? We see any problems with those in the future?
No, man. No, them are pay the debt faster than projected for us. So if Duncan was sensible, I tell him to slow the rate of debt reduction so that he can pay the other bills. Because the debt, paying down the debt, slowing down the economy. Yeah. If you pay the other bills, fix the roads them and pay the workers them properly, those things will become stimulus to the economy. So you want the people on TV and say, boy, I don't know what to the people them this year, them not buying nothing. Yep. Because we have to take all of the money and pay the debt and service the people them properly, as well as the Bank of Jamaica take the money out of the system to stabilize the dollar rather than exporting and importing less.
So now, my people, few days after that, on December the 22nd, to be exact, we seen a whole heap of business lobby groups calling for the rates to be cut by the banks. And the Bank of Jamaica officials capped 2024 with a fourth straight rate cut and a strong signal that it is not happy with commercial banks failing to follow suit with growth concerns back in the fore. The Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee said its members voted unanimously for a fourth straight time to cut rates by a quarter percentage point, bringing the policy rate to 6%. The latest cut brings the policy rate down a full point from where it was when the central bank started to cut rates in August. Officials now see inflation firmly anchored within the Bank of Jamaica's target range of 4% to 6% as headline inflation fell for a third straight month in November to 4.3%. The lowest it has been since June 2021. Core inflation, which measures price increases for everything except for agricultural food products and fuel, was measured at 4.2% in November. Notably, the core inflation rate being below the headline inflation rate indicates that price increases in food and fuel are relatively under control and are not significantly contributing to the overall inflation rate. So when you hear that, for all who say the government can't do nothing because inflation is all over, according to the data, according to facts here, they can do something, my people. The Bank of Jamaica added that it will consider cutting interest rates further only if inflation stays low and near 4%, and turned the spotlight on banks for not cutting their lending rates. The MPC noted that interest rates on bank loans, along with other credit terms, remain high and restrictive, indicating that banks may have room to make downward adjustments in those rates. Yet the central bank is not the only one bringing pressure on commercial banks to start cutting rates in an effort to stimulate borrowing that has been slumping, impacting both consumer spending and business expansions. And they quoted, "We emphasize the urgent need for commercial banks to expedite transmission of these rate cuts to borrowers and further monetary easing by the BOJ to stimulate economic growth." A joint release from the president of private sector organization, Jamaica Manufacturing and Exporters Association, and Jamaica Chambers of Commerce. So the president of the Jamaica Chambers of Commerce, Philip Ralston, said he believes that reduction of rates by commercial banks is necessary to help with productivity because the economy is in recession. The economy is in recession. He even went as far as urging the government to lower the tax on imported goods to provide relief to Jamaicans feeling the pinch of the rising cost of living.
I know that in the past, duties used to be upwards of 40% and they had been reduced to 20%. I think it needs to go down even further to try and reduce the cost of living. But also, when you have a high duty structure, it creates opportunities for people to find ways around it and smuggle in goods that they don't pay the duties on. And when you have a lower structure, then it encourages people to be a part of the formal market. And then also, when they're formalized, they also pay GCT. So there are opportunities to increase on your GCT even though they're reducing your duty. It's one of the things that we have tried to advocate before with the ministry. It is certainly something that I continue and want to approach with the new Minister of Finance, Minister Williams, about how we can look to get to that, because reducing your duties will make cost of living a little more affordable for Jamaicans. I mean, that's one avenue, and the other avenue obviously is finding ways to incentivize small businesses so that they can, be more productive.
Now we're seeing the president of the Small Business Association of Jamaica, Mr. Garnet Reid, basically outraged with people, angry, upset over the commercial banks refusing to adjust their lending rates in accordance with the Bank of Jamaica, who reduced their policy interest rate for 4 times within this year alone, my people. And the commercial banks have not adjusted their lending rates accordingly, leaving borrowers struggling under high interest auto loans, mortgages, credit cards, and personal loans. Right? The Small Business Association of Jamaica went on to accuse banks of prioritizing profits over public interests and undermining the BOJ's monetary policy. Mr. Garnet Reid quoted, "This is a slap in the face to small business owners who are already hanging by a thread. The BOJ is doing its part to create an environment for growth, but the banks are acting as gatekeepers, preventing these benefits from reaching the people who need them most. We have members who are still paying exorbitant interest rates on 15 to 18% on loans, while the Bank of Jamaica has lowered rates significantly. This disparity is not just unethical, it's economic sabotage. The banks are profiting at the expense of the backbone of our economy." And so what I would like to know, my people, who is in charge of the Banks Association of Jamaica? Why that person who is in charge don't put on them foot so that the banks can ease the pressure off of the people them? Remember, we are paying money for them keep our money in our bank. We have to pay money for deposit our own money. We have to pay money for draw our own money. We have to pay money for checks. We have to pay money for a whole lot of stuff. Right? And so if the Bank of Jamaica can cut them rates, why can't the banks? So in all aspects, my people, the people on the ground are feeling it. And we're seeing the many different groups coming out right now to say that the country is in recession. So I want to know what the Minister of Finance plans to do about this. Right? They collected a lot of taxes. Them collect how much billions of taxes, my people, more than any other government. Them get more money for borrow than any other government. So where is the money? Why them can't ease some of the burden off of the people them? They can do it. So when we hear people are asking and talk about what can this government do, inflation they are about, they can do something. But I want to hear from one of my people. Tell me in the comment section as you can hear in my voice, still in the back. But I'm putting out this video so you can, analyze and hear what is really going on. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. On the road to 30k and beyond, help me to get there, my people. Share out the videos, get this video to at least 3,000 likes. Stay tuned for more videos, stay tuned for more updates. Big up on yourself.